curiosities? Yes, Matt.
I'll try to say this. What I noticed was working with Jackie was when Jackie was talking to me,
Yes.
the conversation is that Jackie in no way tried to problem solve anything.
So she tried not to problem solve it?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
And actually when I realised that she was not going to do that,
Yes.
I felt so comfortable. I was just popping out ideas.
Excellent.
Popping out, and she would just talk to me a little bit more, and almost like, I've got another solution for
Sure.
myself. And I felt that she wasn't even going to attempt to do that.
Excellent.
And once that happened, it was like, wow, more ideas came.
Excellent.
So I thought that was, once the fear of, no, there isn't a solution there at all, it's never going to come. I felt things were just formulating very quickly.
Fantastic. Good job.
I felt like I had a solution. I just wanted to hit him over the head with it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And this comes from, and this will extend itself the more you interact this way. Yeah. We find these solutions, and sometimes it's like an aha moment for us. We think, oh, I just really want to tell you this. I know this solution will work for you, but we can't do it. Okay, because if we do mention the solution or offer it, even just for now anyway, we'll look at things later, it could be the very wrong one, or you offer it to Matt, he absorbs it, likes it, but it gets connected in the wrong way, and he fantasizes what he thinks you said, and ends up in a worse situation than what he was. That could also be an issue as well. Okay, now this is great feedback for you as well, and because you've done a lot of practice with therapy in general, hypnosis in general. As soon as you take away the idea that I'm not going to offer any solutions, okay, we'll look more through this in the next 2 days. I'm not going to try and aim for any certain thing. I'm not going to aim in that direction or this direction. And again, we'll look at many things on how to do this. Your client gets put in a position where you're so in the moment with them that the unconscious mind goes into fix-it mode anyway, and you allow it to do that without interrupting it. As soon as you start offering solutions or saying, well, do this, feel like this, think in these ways, you're going to interrupt those unconscious moments. Okay, and you probably found with Matt, as he said, did you notice that he was popping in and out of little trances all along the way? This is a great place to be. This is the essence of conversational hypnosis. Now, you couldn't prepare that, could you? You couldn't script that. And within the 10 minutes I gave you from an interaction, he's popping in and out of trance already without even you trying to do anything, to see how that takes pressure off you as the hypnotist as well, which is way more important for us. As soon as we put pressure on ourselves, we put pressure on ourselves to perform, we put pressure on ourselves to try and solve the issue. It's a very hard place to be as a hypnotist, and it's not one that's worthwhile even looking into. Does that make sense, guys? So it's great feedback, okay? Any other little bits of feedback along the way?
I was the client.
Client, yep.
Therapist. I just felt there was like a really strong connection after a lot
Excellent.
of questions. So much to the point that I couldn't take my eyes off her pupils.
Excellent.
I could see it dilating.
Yes. Yes.
And I saw it dilating.
And you were the client.
And I was the client, and I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was just
Excellent.
there. I know I looked away, but every time I looked back at that point.
Yes.
I felt right towards, I don't know what point it was, but at some point I was like going, I'm confused, tell me where to go.
Yes.
I was like, give me something, I don't know how to solve this.
Yes.
And yeah, I felt that from the...
Yes, and it's very, very common. And where Jasmine would have taken you was to a place where even if you said, tell me something, she would have said, nope, because it's not her role. Now, this is important to highlight as well. Your clients, you're taking as such a...
That was in my mind. I didn't say it.
Yeah, but the very fact you're thinking about it,
I don't know.
yeah, and that's what your clients will stumble across as well. They'll be in this place where anything can go. They're so excited to be here, but they just think, just tell me something. I'm ready to take it on board. And it's very easy for us as hypnotists to feel that and sense that and then say, well, I'll just give you a little bit of advice. Again, you could be taking them away from where they are, where that'll naturally unfold itself anyway, and the aha moment will come out naturally anyway, because you're in the fix-it mode. Okay, so this is an important note as well. If your client looks like they want you to tell them something or offer any advice at any point, you still have to restrict yourself. The very fact you're in a place where there is nothing going on, where anything can happen, that's exactly where therapy gets done. That's exactly where hypnosis is. Okay, so you did a very good job. And the absorption of attention is what took you there so quickly, the very fact you couldn't keep your eyes off her. That's the unconscious connection we've talked about over and over about. It's a weird place to be, right? It is. We're not there yet. By day 2, we'll have a look at how we can do that. But right now, I want to get you guys comfortable, because this is the common concern or query or question I get asked is, I can get them there okay, I just don't know what to do. Okay, or what can I do? What's the best thing I can do? Right now, I want you guys feeling comfortable with doing nothing. You know, getting really lazy. You just take them into trance. And we're not even all the way down trance, we haven't even got to that bit yet, but just a place where these thinking processes can take place without being interrupted. Once you get comfortable being there, therapy actually adds more speed to it because the solutions will just come out of nowhere. Does that make sense? Okay, so with that in mind, I want to move on to our next demonstration, which is going to be quite a long one. And now let's look at, specifically, being this is a seminar in spotting unconscious moments. Okay, so the same demonstration will happen. We'll get 2 people coming up the front. We'll have 1 therapist, 1 client. I'll coach you through it. It's going to be the same place we left off, which is if you get to a point where you don't know what to say, you don't know, where do I take this, that's what I'm here for, and I'll offer you some sort of solutions. But the thing I want you to pay close attention to as a therapist is how many unconscious moments do you see? Okay, let's get to that point first. Okay, let's see as a group, but also the therapist and the client. Are you seeing unconscious moments? Are they more apparent to you? When we start seeing a lot of them, then I'll show you what to do with them. But let's start from real basics. Let's look out for them, hunt them, if you will, and then we'll start collecting them. Okay, so with that in mind, that's going to be your only part of this role. Is we do need 1 client, 1 therapist. So who wants to come up and have a chat up front? Okay, Jazz, do you want to come up?